Hello everyone, my name is SiC. Welcome back to the closed beta of Humankind. We are about 1 month away from the full release of this game. Is that correct actually? No. 2 months away from the full release of the game on the 17th of August. But we have access to another 250 turns and we are actually going into turn 77 over here. Alright, so we're going to move up our army units to Nash. Ooh, this is interesting. We do not want to fight that. Where did you come from? Alright, at this point... Alright, we do still have this army unit over here as well. So I cannot move my army away from here. I need to keep these guys around. And I just need to be a little bit careful about these guys. These guys might catch up. I might be able to run away one time. They don't have horsemen. We should be able to manage to stay alive. But I think the safe thing to do right now would be to make another army unit over in this city. And I think we're going to go with hoplites. They seem quite strong. Oh, come on. Alright, you guys are going to... Well, actually, we could attack them if they run away again. Yep, that's just going to increase our war support again. So we can keep that war going indefinitely. They're going to lose it eventually, even if we don't do anything too crazy, like attacking them, taking cities. We're still wearing them down over time. And actually, I'm also just kind of looking at good placement of the amphitheatron. It does give you negative stability, but look at that science output. Plus 10, that is kind of nice. However, Maker's Quarters still would be good as well. Food could be decent as well. Is there anything that we could do quickly? Not really. All of these things still take quite some time to finish. So we might want to do another Maker's Quarter because there is a good location for it, providing us with plus 8 production over next to the mountain. Or hillside, I guess. You guys are going to station. Alright, you guys might actually have to try to get away from here, but you can't. You cannot move very far because we're wedged in. We will move on to Nash. And since we cannot get away, actually we can make these guys run away and that will maybe stack things in our favor. They're not allied to each other, I think, but still. Alright, as for Sipar, what do we want to do here? We might want to build some walls in Sipar. Because we do still have a lot of these guys running around. But actually, maybe we should be building some army units. We will buy out these archers, we will get hoplites over here. Because this is a fair amount of armies moving around, even if they're only 1 unit strong. Sometimes, but there is that 4 units army over here, another one over there. We just need some reinforcements. Anyway, we got one of the estate stars, and that is good because that gives us enough to move to the next era. The question is, do we want to? We are ahead of guy number 2. I don't actually know who this is. We haven't met them yet. The Celts. They're doing quite well. Let's introduce ourselves. And don't actually know where they are.
There is no limit.
Maybe zoom out. Oh, they're at Harappa. All the way down to the south. Ah. And they're on this territory as well. They have an obelisk of the gods. Interesting. Alright, so they're becoming our neighbors. We might want to keep or stay friends with these guys though. We can propose a non-aggression pact, so they don't want that. Alright, fine. Maybe just starting with trade would be better. Anyway, these armies seem to have moved away, so actually we could start the ransacking of Nash. It's going to take 3 turns, but we're going to get 67 gold and 1 population. And that would be nice. Now, the archers we are going to keep here, because I think if we move them they're going to get ambushed by that army of 4 that is hiding in the fog of war there somewhere. We're going to remind me later, because we could actually still grow in population here and there quite easily, I think. If we get 4 more population, we're going to get another agrarian star, which is going to give us more fame for the current era that we are in. So it might actually be beneficial, since we are on top, to not rush ahead. And you guys are too weak to attack, but yeah, they're getting some reinforcements. These army units should really be linking up to be really efficient. You guys keep coming back. Ah. Okay, maybe if we click manual battle a little bit more quickly, we could actually get a battle started there, because it does seem to lag a little bit. Right, Sipar has gained 1 population, that is nice. Let us have a look. We've got 2 on food, they're only producing 7 food however. 1 on industry, 1 on money, 1 on science. All of that is okay. We should really start doing something about our food situation, however. That is what we're going to do next. As for Babylon, however... Right, so the stability is going up. That is nice. Conquest has not finished researching yet, so we cannot build the games. What to do? Do we want another unit here? I think actually yes. I think we're going to build a hoplite unit, because there was an enemy unit roaming around this area as well. So we just want to have some units back home to defend. Alright, so ransack has been successful. We deleted this territory. Ooh, and now they're growing. So maybe these guys, this would be a good time to retreat. They're not going to catch up, I think. As for the phalanx over here, I think we're going to need you to come down south. Reinforce this army unit. That would be nice. And we've got a 2-man army over here as well. That is nice. We are going to keep you doing what you're doing, just hanging out in the city, protecting it. Let's see, we should probably... We don't have horses here. Or is this global? +5 food per horse globally. Or is it locally? Because I would assume, well, resource prerequisite. So you could not build this if you don't have horses. So this might actually be taking a horse from somewhere else. So we're going to give it a try. As for Sparta, we could probably build some walls here if we want this to become a settlement or a stronghold for our nation. And as for Athena, yeah, what to do here? We need more food. We could do some more food-related infrastructure. There's a lot of infrastructure, man. I kind of like it. There's a lot of things to build in this game. And it's always an interesting choice. So probably, actually, we don't want flood irrigation because we don't have a river. But the granary could be good. It's so-so, actually. It's not that great in terms of food production. Stoneworks could help. I think we're going to go for that one. It's probably going to help us a fair amount. And that's going to be it for this turn. Now this army up here I haven't seen for some time. We have earned one of the agrarian stars, that is nice. And we are close to victory in the war. Ah, there it is. The Huns are about to lose their war support. We could force a surrender. And we could force them to give us Lily Borea. The Huns demand that you see them Lily Borea. Alright, all of their demands will be erased. So these will be erased, I guess. These are their demands. That's going to be erased. we cannot force them to give us Mimosa, as it is currently not occupied by the winner of the war, but apparently we can force them to give us Sham, and we could try to get them to become a vassal, or just if we take this away. Okay, so they don't want that. I think we're going to go with giving us Sham, and then we will force them to surrender.
The Empire is grateful.
And then they want to trade again with us, and I am okay with that. Alright, so we are now at peace, but we did get Lily Borea over here. That is really cool. We cannot build another city. This one is an empty district, or an empty territory at the moment. Nobody owns it. What we could do is actually attach Lily Borea to Sipar and make that one stronger. So that's exactly what we're doing. What is this? Cultural conversion of this territory will be achieved in 5 turns. The religious conversion of this territory will be achieved in 5 turns. Nice. Alright, what is going on over here? The first calendar. The invention of the calendar heralded a glorious day in the Empire's history. Now with 2 major cities and numerous farming affairs needing to be harmonized across the land, it is time to standardize this calendar. Traders must have an easy means of synchronizing their activities. By what means do you wish to track the days? Solar or lunar? The learned assure you that this calendar will better stand the passing of the seasons. Alright, that will move us towards progress. Or we could go with lunar. The waxing and waning of the moon is something familiar and comforting to the people. And this would move our social axis towards tradition. We will go with solar. Alright, we gain population in Athenai as well as Sparta. That is nice. It's going to increase our production here and there. You guys are going to continue moving southwards. Culture chosen. The Celts reached the medieval era with the English. Okay. And we may ask for reparation against the Phoenicians. Their war support is high. Demand to give Rotanev. Oh, that's this territory with the copper. Yeah, okay. Well, there's more copper. This is another territory. So these guys are starting to expand a little bit too much. I don't like it. They're growing. These guys are growing. We're growing as well, don't get me wrong. And we should probably get this story as well, just to make one cohesive block before the English take it from us. We're still ahead of these guys, but I don't think we're going to get any era stars anytime soon, unless we actually advance to the next era as well. So actually that's what we are going to do. As for now, since we are at peace, these guys are going to move back in. And they're going to create an outpost. Is this the best outpost? 5 plus 18, or 7 plus 10, 7 plus 12, that is better. I think we're going to settle right there on the next turn. Although the production is really cool, don't get me wrong, but we also need food to grow. And actually, let us switch up to the medieval era. We still have the Aztecs available to us. The sacrificial altar, plus 5 stability, plus 2 influence per adjacent district. Unlocks sacrifice population action on the city. Such sacrifice will apply the celebrating status for several turns. That is kind of cool. And the Jaguar warriors. Cool as well. Byzantines. Basically a ton of money. Plus 5 money per horse, plus 3 money, minus 10 stability if we build a hippodromos, of course. Plus 25 money per adjacent horse's deposit. Ooh, that is quite strong. The Varangian Guards. Honor code prevents its army from retreating. And it needs 2 iron, but actually we do have the 2 iron. As for the Franks, plus 50% food on city or outpost. So that will help with our food growth. That is kind of nice, actually. Plus 3 faith. It's okay. Plus 5 science. That's nice. Plus 2 influence per adjacent district. That could be strong. Plus 1 researcher slot on city or outpost. That's pretty good as well. We need 2 horses to get access to Franki Milites. But to the north there's a province that we haven't taken yet that could prove lucrative. Could give us that extra horse that we need. The Ghanaians, tons and tons of money. It's nice, but not that great. Teutons, religion follower, +1 science per state religion follower. This could be quite strong, because our religion is doing quite well in our own lands, I think. The Kaiserdom, +1 faith per district, +3 influence, -10 stability, +3 faith per adjacent district. Wow, that could also be pretty strong. And then the Teutonic Knights. Again, we would need two horses, which we could get, and they have as a unique ability proselyte, bonus combat strength religion. Now our religion hasn't spread very far, so these guys could be very strong actually. And the Khmer, servants of magnificence, +2 industry per workers on city, or industry workers on city or outpost. The Barai, +1 food per district, +1 industry per population, -10 stability, +2 industry per adjacent river. So these guys could be pretty strong as well. And then they have the Danvigaja. We would need 2 copper and 2 iron. Wow. Gunner, a ranged combat unit. That could be cool. Mongols. Mounted Mayhem, +100% ransack gains an army. Nice. The Orda automatically upgrades regular outposts and cannot be attached to cities. And the Mongol Horde can move until all movement points are depleted, ignoring zones of control. That's kind of nice. The Umayyads, +10 science per number of territories on all cities. That is strong. If we want to continue our science research, that could be very good. And then the Grand Mosque, +3 science per number of territory. Ooh. On top of the +1 research slot on city outpost, that is okay, I feel. 3 horses for the Haras. Wow. And then the Norsemen. Naval movement, speed on naval units, +2 combat strength on naval units. The Naust, however, is kind of strong, because it provides +5 food per adjacent coastal water, +5 food per adjacent lake, +50 money from ransack on Empire, and +1 farmer slot on city or outpost. It replaces the harbor, and it would give us access to the Langskip. And we didn't make that much use of them beyond actually the Naust. And the Naust was really strong. And since we are suffering for food in many of our cities, this could be a strong contender just for that one building alone. We could also just stay with the Greeks, and that would increase our fame quite significantly if we transcend with them. The Hoplites are still doing well. Many interesting options, but maybe we should try something new. I think we're actually going to go with the could boost our faith just a little bit, and then we could get tons of money per religion follower, plus a lot of extra science as well, and these guys could help out in a good fight here and there as well. So let's adopt the Teutons.
Wisdom and technical innovation from earlier eras bring humankind new knowledge, and we immediately use it to find new ways to kill each other off.
Sounds about right.
Greater empires build more powerful armies, but brute strength may be defeated by superior innovation. It is brains versus brawn, with ever richer cities as tempting spoils for the victor.
Alright, things are changing a little bit. Not that much. Oh, well, yeah, the houses are kind of different now. That's kind of cool. They have a bit more of a Germanic feel to them, but then the pyramid is still there, which is kind of funny. Anyway, Conquest is researched. It's easier to assimilate and modify attached outpost cost by -10, so it's a little bit games. And that is nice. We can reinforce this army. Make this one a little bit stronger, that is good. We have horses on here that we could easily attack with our hoplites, but actually this territory is very ripe for the taking as well. That is what we're going to do. I want those horses, I want that dye as well. +5 industry per die, +3 stability. The 5 industry is really nice actually. And we have so much influence at the moment. It's on a civic as well. We have the founding myths, +5 influence on main plaza, or +5 faith on holy site. We have one holy site, and I think we're generating enough influence for the moment that we might actually want to increase our faith production a little bit, because that might also increase the benefits we're getting from the Teutons. As for Babylon, you need to build something. You could build the Kaiserdom. Now, stability is going up, that is nice, but I think we want to build at least one of these districts. These are all districts, ooh, look at that, +11 faith, +14 production, +2 science, +3 influence. That is strong. We're building that right there. Now, fortifications could be done in 2 turns, so that seems like an obvious, easy choice. We're going to go for it. We could build stone walls. Alright, the English make the following demand to give Nash.
Welcome. What do you seek?
We are going to
Neither
refuse.
interesting nor desirable.
We are still at down now, I think.
I withdraw my demand.
Or is it going up? +10 from 1 refused demand. Yeah, okay. But that is not happening, buddy. They withdrew their demands. It's good. We now have an equal army to these guys. Well, equal is the wrong word. These guys are generic warriors. They're weaker. And they even kept running away from our free-man army. But this time we would have the strength to push in. We're at peace with these guys, so we don't need to worry about them for the moment. We are going to let these guys heal up, however. And end to this episode here, because we've been playing for some time again already. I'm really trying to be mindful of how many or how long we keep going with every episode. They get away from me. There's always so much stuff to do, interesting choices to make, so yeah, things get away from me sometimes. But thank you guys so much for watching. Please do leave a like and a comment below if you enjoyed this content and wish to see more, and I will see you guys for whatever video I do next.